While the investigation is ongoing, preliminary reports indicate that the escape was preceded by a number of security blunders, from a guard who may have fallen asleep on duty to the prison's plans being available on the internet, and many more. So joining us now to discuss what led to the escape is retired Lieutenant General Orit Adato, former commissioner of the Israel Prison Service, and former head of the Women's Corps in the IDF, and a member of Forum Dvora for Women in Security and Foreign Affairs. Welcome. So I want to jump right in and ask the first question on everybody's mind. I mean, how were 6 prisoners able to escape from one of Israel's highest security prisons?
You know, the place that from it, one prisoner can escape, 6 as well can escape, one after the other. And really, for the question, it is really a failure in a way of the intelligence and the operation in the same prison. Of course, this is the first thing to be said, has to be said. The prison is maximum security, yes. There is something regarding the design of the prison, but it doesn't give an answer for what has happened. Because to dig such a tunnel takes a lot of time. And someone should have seen it, or should have heard about it, or should have identified kind of what we call tension indicators. It doesn't have to be tension, but something that is going on there, inside prison and as well as outside prison.
I mean,
we have heard that they had an assistance outside. So the intelligence inside out and outside in were not aware of what is going on.
I mean, can you walk us through some of the security failings that did lead to this escape?
I think it has been done by many of the reporters and many of the former not commissioners, but commanding of prisons. That's not the main point. It happens, you know, an inmate, especially a terrorist, especially those who doesn't have anything to lose, because otherwise they will stay there until their last days. They have all the time, they have all the intention, they have a great will to try and find, you know, the weak point of the prison, and they will find, in a way, a weak point in the prison, and they will utilize the way that it is being dealt with, the agenda, the daily agenda, the way that the guards are doing their job. They are waiting, you know. There is a quotation in Arabic says, "Al-ajal min ash-shitan," meaning running or being in a hurry or trying to rush things belong to the devil. We have all the time in the world to try and to achieve our goal, to escape. And it's not only Israeli issue. You know, all around the world, prisoners are trying to escape and sometimes succeed, unfortunately.
Now, in your time as commissioner, I mean, was a scenario like this ever discussed? Was it something that was plausible? I mean, did you ever hold drills in the event of such an escape?
Every commissioner is holding drills in that kind or other kind of escapes. There were escapes. Even in my time, there was an escape. That's something not like this one, but in a different way. That's the way it is. When you close one way, they are looking for the other way. When you close 10 ways, they are looking for the 11th or the 99th way. That's their goal and role. And the prison service role is to prevent it from happening. So in 99%, they succeed. In 1%, they fail, and that percent leads to that situation, which is really embarrassing.
Now, I want to ask one final question. I mean, we're also seeing a lot of unrest in other prisons, you know, burning of cells in one case and such. I mean, has the Israeli prison service, you know, sort of lost its control, lost its deterrence? I mean,
No.
What needs to be done now to essentially restore the calm inside the prisons?
Yeah, first of all, it's obvious, because after there is a crisis like this, an escape, there are steps that are being taken by the commissioner and by the staff. which is to divide them to different prisons, different wings, different cells. Of course, they don't accept it, willingly. So they try to make some riots. This is something that the prison service is very trained how to deal with. And you have seen they tried in several prisons and they didn't make it. The issue is that it's always being, said that there will be riots in prison and then it will be outside, and we try to make it calm because otherwise the outside will be spread out. Hey guys, listen, Israel is a strong country. It's not the worst case scenario that ever happened here, from security reasons. I'm not minimizing the risk and not minimizing the responsibility, of course, but Israel is strong, the IDF is strong, it will do its job, the Shabak, the security organization, know what it has to do, and the prison service knows what it has to do, now especially, to look deep down to any problem, any weak point, and go through all of it. So they will not accept it willingly. That's life, and they will manage with it. I'm sure about it.
All right, retired Lieutenant General Orit Adato, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.